Tales of Arise is my first Tales game I ever played in my life to the completion in terms of the main story. Hey, my name is Nobody17 and I'm here to explain my experience with this game. Let's start with the story. At the beginning of the game, the cutscene indicated there are 5 realms taken over by Renans. There are 2 races, Danans and Renans. The key difference between these 2 races is that Renans can perform magic arts, but both could execute sword skills related arts. The main issue is that Renans have taken control of the entire region and having Danans as their slaves to do their bidding. All for the sake of the crown competition where whoever has the most amount of energy wins the competition at the cost of the world's resources and Danans' lives. The main focus is helping Iron Mask remembering his past, free the Danans from slavery, and help Xian to remove her curse that prevents her to touch people. That came out wrong, but she wants to be normal. That's all it is. Some of you may be thinking that the story may sound straightforward. It isn't. The experience I've gone through with this game felt different mainly because each realm has a moral of the story, and I'm going to say this without spoiling it. They really know how to pull strings on our hearts with this one. The combat system is tailored to be hack and slash, and the fight begins when you approach your enemies. The unique aspect of this game is that you can actually switch characters and allocate your skills to specific keybinds in the middle of the battle to gain elemental advantage while also testing out arts that may be suitable for your playstyle. No matter the difficulty, the game will provide tutorials whenever they introduce new mechanics during the story progression. There is also a point where the main character would give a warning about whether your party is able to fight against the monsters you are about to fight. The surprising factor of this system is that whenever your character casts a healing spell, depending on the skill, it expands your cure points, also known as CP. Think of your CP as a stamina point to interact with obstacles, known as map action. If you want to explore to unlock or gaining access to certain areas, be aware of your CP as some of them can be costly. However, if you are in a tight spot for CP, you can always use items to recover your CP back, or getting a foot buff that recovers the party's health and CP after winning battles. Thankfully, the game has an item that could expand your CP capacity so that you could have more options. That is called the Astral Flower. Astral Flowers can be obtained after defeating giant Zugos. If you don't know what defines them, you can easily identify them when such Zugos have red lining lingering around their body. Skill panels. In order to have these options become available to you, you need to fulfill certain conditions. Each skill panel for each character are created in the form of titles, so you have to be adventurous in terms of exploring and actions that you can do during the game. It can be defeating certain monsters, collecting certain equipment, farming, cooking. The possibilities are endless. This is where the meat of the combat system. Unlocking what is shown to you in the skill panels may be tedious because of what they could offer based on their merits and your playstyle. In order to unlock them, you need SP, also known as skill points. You can earn skill points by defeating Zugos and enemies, but they don't offer much points. If you encounter or spotted an enemy with yellow outline, they are known as rare variants. Rare variants hit harder than normal ones, but they provide a decent amount of experience and skill points. It is also important to not disregard side quests or sub-quests as you progress the main story. These quests provide way more SPs easily, depending on how often you farm for ingredients and ores during your journey. Always be prepared, my friends. Every single character that joins your party during your journey, you can actually get to know their background. It can be in the form of skits during camping before you select what to eat, choosing who you want to talk with before sleeping, and during your journey in the field. The minor details from private to group conversations makes me feel like having a personal bond towards each character. It's like a reminder that they are your comrade and a family who you can trust. Sure, everyone has their unique set of problems and circumstances, but those what shapes them to be not just interesting characters, but also relatable to the player's life. It can be cultural, political, or anything in general. This party of diverse characters helps us see that diversity is what makes the world shape into a better future. Food is by no means essential to everyone's needs. Equipment is a mean to give a winning chance in battle. So I have 3 words for you viewers when it comes to playing Tales of Arise. Be a loot goblin. If you see those shining crops and ores, don't think about anything, just grab them. I personally have no idea how long they spawn, but for sure I'm going to need them for cooking buff. Ores are meant for accessories, where they can give you a percentage amount of defense or buffs against elements or enemy. Weapons can be really difficult because the items needed to create them comes from specific monsters, so it's highly recommended when you are ready to beat the crap off every monster in the game to end their family tree and extract their monster parts for your weapons. Just in case you don't know where to get these items, you can always consult your field guide under enemy info. It details everything you need to know about them. Danan Owls. This is by far the best part to some of you at least. It is more of a minigame of hide and seek. These owls can be found throughout Danan. The point of locating and interacting them is to bring them back to the Danan Owl's sort of kingdom. Because of Renner's negative impact on the environment, the owl populations are dwindling to a point they are about to extinct, so you know the drill. Once you have Hoodoo, the white owl you get to see in the opening scene or trailer, whatever you call it, like when you just started the game, right? That little fluff ball will give you a signal that there is a Danan owl in the map you just entered. Once you located the owl, you have to control your view, aiming at the owl in order to get the prompt to interact it. Interacting with these owls will give you cosmetics for your characters. Back in the Owl Kingdom, if you have located and interacted a certain amount of owls, the Owl King will reward you for saving them. Overall, Tales of Arise is my first Tales game I have ever played, so don't blame me in the comments below for not being an OG player of previous Tales series. I initially thought the mechanics in the game would be difficult to understand or play, but I'm quite surprised of how easy it is to catch up and suddenly destroy your enemies in style and efficiency. To get an idea of how long it takes for my casual dumbass to complete the game, that will be about 45 hours, including most of the side quests that I believe around 35 to 80%. At the end of the day, this game has so many things to offer and the experience is amazing. Most importantly, the most powerful character in this game is no other than Hoodoo. Well, that is everything I can talk about without spoiling much to this video. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.